So LEGO just released these 3 Star Wars mechs, which in a word, look terrible. Today we're going to try our best to change that without actually buying them by adding some sweet backgrounds, cool lighting effects, and a few special surprises because they're currently garbage. We'll start with the Stormtroopers. First, the right background. I decided to shake things up a little bit and go with Endor instead of some boring hallway. I found an image that I liked, cropped it, added some more color, and plopped in our Stormtrooper. Next, I adjusted the brightness and contrast to match the forest environment better. I then removed the lame-looking stud fire and added in a real man's laser beam. By adding black light orbs, I was able to make a shadow, which helped blend them into the grass below. That now looks great, but the background looks too peaceful. I tried finding some good spear cutouts, but didn't find any I liked, so I figured I could add in a couple flying rocks thrown by the Ewoks. That still doesn't look right. Maybe some more movie-accurate rocks would work better. I wanted the first rock to be hitting the Stormtrooper's shoulder, which looks great with that extra shadow, but after that I realized that the rest of his armor looks way too perfect for a battle like Endor. To fix that, I found some cracked cutouts, which will work stupendously. I added those in and put a couple dark blobs of light around to mimic burn marks. Both damage effects turned out looking fantastic, and it was now time for the background. Adding some explosions and fire PNGs definitely helped, but I think we need one more good explosion back here to tie everything together. The obvious background choice for the Boba Fett mech is the Sarlacc pit, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I found this sweet looking cave and decided to go with that. Of course, I had to play with the contrast, shadows, and vibrance to make it my own, and it came out looking pretty dang good. I threw Boba in and did the same thing to match him up with the background. Again, getting rid of the red studs so I could add in my own gunfire. I found this lightsaber blade cutout and figured that would do the trick. Just like in the Vader hallway video though, I was left with a big gap between the laser and gun. But since then, I've learned from my downfall and replicated the same solution we used there, using some extra light cutouts which came out looking great. Now to the jetpack, I found another great PNG effect that looks fantastico. I sent those to the back and then added one more larger streak behind them. With those effects done, we can turn our attention to lighting, using again this orb of light around the laser, jetpack, and Boba's armor. Well, the lighting is done and turned out awesome, but the background still seems pretty empty for him to be in such a panic. Finally, we have my man, Darth Vader. With so many iconic scenes, I wasn't sure where to start. Then I remembered that Vader has his very own castle, which was depicted in Rogue One and is surrounded by lava. I found an image I liked and sized it up, of course working with the brightness and highlights to make it as menacing as possible. Unfortunately, the castle won't fit in the shot, but this little patch of rock will be a great spot for Darth to chill. Not actually chill though, because the lava is very hot. First things first, we have to get this man a cape. I found a couple flowing cape images and cut out the one I thought would work the best. After adding some shadow, the cape fit right in. All that's left is the lighting. I thought the lava could use some more glow, but we also needed some shadow around Darth and to light up his lightsaber. To accomplish all of this, we will once again be using, you guessed it, this orb of light. Adding those in really gives the image some much needed depth, but it's now time for the saber. I figured we could use the same blade PNG we used for the Vader hallway scene, but that just seemed too easy. So let's try something a little more fun. Well, the mechs are now complete and look much cooler than I ever imagined they could. Let's take a closer look, starting with the Stormtrooper. The white contrast with the green foliage perfectly is what I would say if I was an English major. But yeah, he looks sweet. I love how the battle damage turned out and also how epic he looks with the exploding Ewoks behind him. Boba Fett looks even better with that awesome jetpack fire behind him. Unfortunately, he did disturb a porg nest and is now flying for his life to escape. And Darth. I absolutely love the added cape and lava effects, but the real star is the lightsaber. Instead of using some boring PNG cutout, I lit up the saber using 22 Imperial Guards, which came out looking very splendid indeed. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know who your favorite mech was in the comments, but I'll see you next time. Peace out.